everyone, my name's Millie and today I'm going to show you how to do this. We're going to make some stencils. This one is a dress pattern, so I'm going to show you how to do the same thing, but we're going to put it onto a dress shape. Let's get started. So this process is really fun and simple to do, but when you get to the part where you cut out your drawings, you'll need to get your parents to do it for you because it's tricky and a bit dangerous. So let's get creating. What you need is some scissors, masking tape, sponge, PVA glue, a paint palette and some paper. I'm also going to show you how to create some exciting patterns using different textures. So I have a polystyrene block, a scrunched up piece of paper, some bubble wrap and this foil with holes in. Now they aren't essential, but I'm going to show you how they can make your pieces of work even more exciting. But if you don't have them, don't worry, you can make it all with the things on the left here. And I'm also going to show you how you can use a lolly stick and some pom-poms to create some really fun textures. So I'm going to show you how to draw some simple patterns of different things that might inspire you. So for example, this first one is a leaf. And now depending on how creative you're feeling, you can do different levels of detail within your drawing. So these are the stencils that you're going to cut out. So when you cut them out, you will be getting rid of this inside bit here, which means you'll be left with a piece of paper with a hole in it. And then you will put the paint over that hole and project the pattern underneath. So now you've drawn your patterns, give them to your parents to cut out for you and then we'll move on to the next stage of the process. So I've laid down a piece of paper on the table and I've pinned it down using masking tape. Then you take the shape that you've cut out and you stick the masking tape to it so it sticks to the paper below. Then you're going to take a sponge which you've put paint on and dab over the shape to fill the space. I'm using this sponge on a stick that I already had at home, but you can use any kind of sponge. Your parents might have one in the kitchen or you could buy one of these. Once you've painted over your shape, you need to peel back the masking tape. Do it very carefully as to not rip the paper. Then you can reveal the shape. Okay, so now that we've done the pattern once, we're going to repeat it. So once you've repeated the pattern over the page a few times, you're going to introduce a new stencil. So I'm going to add the rose in and I'm going to pop it at the top of our leaves. So now you've created a really nice rose pattern over your paper. And then what you can do is using all the different stencils that you've designed, you can then do them all in the space around. The artists that we're looking at this week tend to have a really exciting, colourful background with their portrait drawn on the top. So in Nick's video, he showed you how to add some colour behind one of your drawings, and this is another method for creating a really exciting technique behind your drawing. So I'm going to show you how to create the same thing, but on a dress. What you'll need to do is you'll need to masking tape down the first piece of paper, and then masking tape down the second piece of paper. And what you'll then do is repeat the process I've already shown you. So you'll take your stencil and you'll place it down with masking tape and sponge on the paint, and then repeat the process in the pattern that you would like. So I did this earlier and I produced this. And these are some of the outcomes that I've produced with the textures. This one was using the foil with the holes in. This lemon was using bubble wrap. This was the effect created with the stick with the pom-poms on. And this brick effect was created with the polystyrene block. This leaf here was also using the foil. Get your sponge and dip it in the paint, and you can smooth it around. And then you can apply it to your texture. If you dab lightly instead of stroking it across the paper, then you'll get the bumps in the bubble wrap and not the bits underneath. Then move your palette aside and you can create the texture. And then take your bubble wrap and place it face down this way. So the bit that you painted is facing the piece of paper. And then use your finger to press down on each bubble. You don't need to press too hard or the paint will go everywhere. Peel back and you have your lemon pattern. Now you can repeat the same process with a different colour. So if you wanted the leaves to be green, you could then do that. And that's what I did earlier with this lemon. Now when you're using the polystyrene block, what you want to do is you want to spread the paint out inside your palette and dip it in, and you'll need to get quite a lot on there to make sure that the square fully prints, like so. And then you can press down really firmly and take it off and repeat the process. With these 3 items here, you can create really exciting textures for your pieces of art. And once it's dry, you'll then be able to dip it in paint and create circular patterns on your paper. So my strawberry is now dry, and I just wanted to show you that with any kind of black pen or brown pen, you can go in and you can just do little dots all over your strawberry to create a realistic effect. Now, depending on how creative you're feeling, you could outline some of your designs. So if you take a pen and just simply go round the edges of your drawing very carefully, but you need to make sure that the paint is dry, otherwise it will smudge. And there you go. And that's it all done, guys. I hope you've had a really fun time, and thank you for watching.